Welcome to Spectacle on Television Nigeria. I am your host, Daniel Atai. Welcome to Spectacle on Television Nigerian. I am Daniel Atai. This morning we'll x-ray the presidential speech on the COVID-19 pandemic that is rocking the world, and especially in Nigeria, with reference to his stepping down of the lockdown in the 3 states initially, locked in the country. After this short timeout, I have a distinguished personality in the studio that I'll be introducing to you, and we'll do justice on the course of the analysis. Please stay tuned, have a clip of the video, and then when we come back, we'll begin the analysis. And again, we have speculation making round about the allegedly death of Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of the IPOB. We'll also open the phone lines for you people to call in and tell us your opinion. And meanwhile, we will also advise the appropriate authority wherein the statements of his alleged death came from to debunk it. And Kanu himself to also come out and debunk the news. Ours is to get information, a cogent one, and pass it across to you. Please stay tuned and watch the clip of the presidential speech.
Based on the above, and in line with the recommendation of the Presidential Task Force on COVID-19, the various federal government committees that have reviewed socio-economic matters and the Nigerian Governors Forum, I have approved a phased and gradual easing of lockdown measures in FCT, Lagos, and Ogun states effective from Monday, 4th of May 2020. However, this will be followed strictly with aggressive reinforcement of testing and contact tracing measures while allowing the restoration of some economic and business activities in certain sectors. Furthermore, new nationwide measures are to be introduced as follows. A. There will be an overnight curfew from 8 p.m. to 6 a.m. This means all movements will be prohibited during this period except for essential services. B. There will be a ban on non-essential interstate passenger travel until further notice. C. Partial and controlled interstate movement of goods and services will be allowed for the movement of goods and services from producers to consumers. And D, we will strictly ensure the mandatory use of face masks or coverings in public, in addition to maintaining physical distancing and personal hygiene.
Welcome back. With me in the studio to look into the brief speech of Mr. President yesterday is A.A. Mohammed Esquire, is a political analyst. Mr. Mohammed, welcome to Spectacle.
Thank you very much.
I can see you are gauged, and what Mr. President just said, you are putting on your mask.
Very well, as a lawyer, you just have to abide.
Exactly. Now, the lockdown has been a kind of lifted technically from the 5th of May. Would you now think or say that it met the aspirations of Nigerians?
Yeah, thank you very much. At least for the aspirations of Nigerians, at least for a little while, I think we'll be relieved. And many people have been subjected to many things.
Exactly.
Many things. So if this kind of skeleton, perhaps asking us, despite the fact that there were conditions that was given, notwithstanding, at least we have a little freedom.
Okay.
Yeah, we have a little freedom to move. Yeah, people will be relieved. I want to believe that.
Okay.
Yes.
In a war-like situation, we know that what Mr. President has just done is to cushion the effect of the lockdown, which is economically hitting hard on Nigerians. But if we compare COVID-19,
for the war, the next minute, you wouldn't know what could happen.
yes,
You wouldn't know. It could be a bomb, it could be a shot, somebody could just even run into a house and shoot you.
Yeah.
While in this situation, it is not like that. Within your locality, you can as well just bring your chair outside your gate and sit down.
Yeah.
You alone. Except when you move back to your room, you are with your family. It's quite different from the work, because at the one front, a lot of people will not, even to peep outside, you can't. Yeah, the two are not compared. There's no comparison between the two. But then I'm thinking the government or Mr. President is so jealous and is trying to protect the lives of the citizenry from what he had seen, and perhaps the suggestions given to him by the committee.
okay,
And fortunately, the numbers that were recorded in Nigeria were not as much as even the so-called advanced countries.
yeah, but
Well-
you don't have much test. You've not done carried out much test
And
to
perhaps,
ascertain.
yes,
whether
very
you
well,
have more
perhaps,
tests.
and that is why Mr. President, because he knows we do not have most of these
Kits.
yes, the kits
Yeah.
and the equipment that could be able to do what has been done at the advanced countries. So that's why he says, no, don't let us start that way. Let's start this way so that the casualty will not be much, because of the nature. We never experienced this before, apart from the war, as Ali mentioned. But a pandemic of this nature, we've never experienced it. And we've heard of some in the past, which all this problem does not restrict us from movement. Be what Nigerians are. Yeah, just allow them to move. You see, don't be surprised that as we are presently, if Mr. President has allowed Nigerians to have a free movement, we would have gotten our local medicine that could handle it.
Okay.
Yeah, don't be surprised with Nigerians. We are so blessed.
Okay.
Yeah. But and that was why we've been able to, conquer the previous ones.
Okay.
But for this, it's because, and we shouldn't be surprised, because I've been seeing from the media, social media, some people have been claiming that they have the drug to reach, wherein we were told that presently we've not been able to, even the scientists have not been able to identify or to place their hands on the drug that could cure this disease.
Now, Kano State will be locked down for 2 weeks.
Yes.
Governor Ganduje has, indicted in his statement that the FG abandoned him.
Yes.
What could you say with this contradiction, seeing that the federal government has not even abandoned Kano? Rather, Kano was saying that the situation wasn't COVID-19. Do you have anything to say concerning the rift?
I wouldn't subscribe to that concept rift.
Okay.
Yeah, because fortunately Mr. President has cleared it yesterday.
Okay.
Yeah, that now, apart from the 3 states, Kano inclusive. Now.
Okay.
And I may say because of perhaps the letter that the former governor wrote, because former governor wrote a letter, that is Kwankwaso, wrote a letter to Mr. President, and at the same time, the pronouncement of His Excellency Abdullahi Ganduje, yes, perhaps it could be what they were expecting that they never got. That's what made the governor to have made that submission. But now it has been cleared. Mr. President says no, priority and attention will be given to Kano State. Though His Excellency Mr. Governor says it is not COVID-19 that has been killing people, but nobody has come out to tell us either it is or not. No any science has proven that. So as far as we are concerned, since we've been challenged with a problem at hand presently in our country, everybody will believe it is the same COVID-19 until we were convinced by those that are good in that field. That is the doctors.
As a lawyer, thank you very much, Muhammad. But as a lawyer, that you are a renowned one who has also been contributing enormously to this administration's drive. The statement of Ganduje, could you say that that was why a deliberate action was taken to allow the death toll to rise in Kano State? Because if he said he was being abandoned and then he has no money, he requested for 15 billion to be given to him, and until now that the federal government has directed the NCDC and the presidential task force and everything to weigh into Kano and also lock it down. The death toll just in a week that we recorded up to over 600 deaths. Could you say it was a deliberate action, abandonment of responsibility on the side of Ganduje to just attract the federal presence there?
No, I wouldn't subscribe to that, because no any good leader will want his subjects to be suffering while he will be there pretending. We could say Mr. President is a bit far away from the grassroots, but the governors are not far away from the
So
grassroots.
the governor should be responsible, isn't it?
Very well.
So what happened?
No, why the governor, the little he could, because he felt in the state they do not have enough personnel, funds were not enough for what he has been saying. He could feel it better because he is the one leading. And perhaps he may not know as well, but what his aides were coming to tell him. Now, since there's a committee constituted by Mr. President, and this committee, definitely they were always answerable to Mr. President. So until an idea, suggestion, advice given that, look, this thing that is happening in Kano, Mr. President, sir, we must quickly react to it. And I think until this advice came, coupled with the 2 letters from the former governor and Abdullah Ganduje, His Excellency, that Mr. President now connect all to say, no, we have to look into that. Is it truly a mysterious death or no? Is it a new, a strange element? No. Is it the same Uncle, I used to call it Uncle Koro. Is it the same Uncle Koro that is happening in Kano? So until this is analyzed, now fortunately the president has said, yeah, please, we focus in Kano. So I think in the next few days, let's give them opportunity, both Mr. President and Abdullah Ganduje, to know whether it is either COVID or not COVID, whether Mr. President did it deliberately or not. Just 2-3 days, we will clear this issue.
All right, thank you. But not forgetting the fact that no governor should allow such maximum death, the toll of death within a week without, rising to the occasion. However, we will take a short break, and when we come back, we will look at the speculation of the leaders of the indigenous people of Biafra about his death, Nnamdi Kanu's death, and while we haven't heard from any rejoinder or debunking the allegations, please stay tuned. This is still Spectacle.
The issue here we have to begin to look at is that at the time of independence, I don't know if there was a trajectory to where we are going to.
But how could it be that credible, free and fair under manual conduct of election?
That is where our problem lies, and that is why people are now saying that, advising that we should move, that the world has gone into digital. We should move from the manual to the digital.
We cannot keep doing same thing and expecting a different result.
The only way you create jobs from your ministry is that you have to encourage local content.
If you look at the profile of Sally Mama,
there is a caveat in this leave given to him. He should seek medical help if he's fine.
Welcome to Spectacle on Television Nigeria. Welcome back. While Nigerians are still left on the fence as regards the alleged death of Nnamdi Kanu, the leaders of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, which has been trending on the social media for a few days now, controversial journalist Kemi Olunloyo, who reported the development, has been blasted by Nigerians and citizens after the source of the image used by her as Kanu's body was revealed. It could be recalled the rumored news of Nnamdi Kanu's death made the headlines on several media houses in the last week after Olunloyo tweeted that the IPOB leader has died and cremated in Italy. Kemi Olunloyo, in her recent tweet, retweeted that coronavirus COVID-19 is real and also made the hashtag #Rest in Peace Nnamdi Kanu trend on the micro-blogging site Twitter. However, the trending rumor took another turn after a social media user identified as Kenneth Nwangwa faulted Olunloyo's claim by revealing that the image used in her caption is not of Nnamdi Kanu but of a Biafran member who had died in New York since 2015. And of course, the Twitter images are there for you to adjudge and decide from the facts. But meanwhile, the Igbos in Nigeria movement, IMN, has condoled with the family and friends of Nnamdi Kanu over the alleged demise of the leader of the proscribed indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB. Kanu's rumored death was the major subject everywhere on the media, with several pictures showing the IPOB leader in a casket. In a statement signed by each president, Mazi Ifeanyi Igwe on Monday said Kanu succumbed to the combination of spiritual factors and complications from COVID-19 in Europe sometime this month. Although IMM differed with Kanu's approach towards liberation of Ndigo, regardless, it said his passing will cost the Southeast the diversity of voices championing their cause. The group, however, urged Ndigo and all Nigerians not to discredit his memory by impersonating him, using body doubles and a kind of shadow, issuing statements in his name and continuing to operate his social media account to create the impression that he's still alive. So, except Ifeanyi, the president of the Igbo movement of Nigeria, IMN, comes out to debunk this, or the IPOB leader, Nnamdi Kanu himself, comes out to debunk this, or the Biafran Association, let me say the association, comes out to debunk this, the rumor will continue to trend on the media. And if you are watching us from any part of the world, you can call us and give us your take on the numbers that will be displayed on your screen to ascertain whether the death rumor surrounding the IPOB leader is true or not. To you, my resource person in the studio, A.A. Mohammed Esquire, you are a lawyer. And from this kind of rumor, what do you expect Nigerians to react? We have had several false news, fake news, and of course, you people, you are already aware of one that almost took us to the Central Mosque about a presidential wedding. What do you have to say about the rumored death of the IPOB leader?
Thank you very much. You know, in this country, we are a very funny set of beings. So, because we are too good in such a rumor, speculation, and that is why Mr. Lai Mohammed was so emphatically about the bill about this law.
Yes.
That
hate speech. Social media.
One will be in his room sitting, and somebody will just move up and say, "Look, that person sitting in this room is just a figure. It's not the being. It's not the same person. He's dead already." Because Oluloyo, for her to have, I want to believe with that name, perhaps she could be a lady. For Oluloyo to come out to say this, I think she ought to have really carried out a very good investigation before bringing out this kind of story. And the fact that the Igbos too do not say yes or no, except for what you've just told me now, that they've registered their sympathy with the family of Mr. Kanu.
And that is a factional Igbo group. That is a Igbo movement of Nigeria.
That is beautiful.
And the president, Mazi Ifeanyi, came out to say that he's dead. And now, the controversy, could it be that since Mazi has been saying that President Muhammadu Buhari is a double, and so people are now saying that he too is dead and may soon come out with his double, and I just want to
you see, because many
because he has not. We are here talking about him now because he hasn't issued any statement.
That is the Kanu himself, right?
Yes, the Kanu himself, and we haven't gotten anything from the IPOB in Nigeria, any official statement, and we also haven't from Ndigbo and so on. So the speculation, if it is correct or not, there should be statement.
Very well. I want to believe that we should take it as a speculation and a rumor.
Yes.
Yeah, because I trust.
And you can call in from anywhere if you are watching us. The numbers are displayed on your screen. And sorry, sir.
And say your opinion.
And say your opinion if the rumored death of the IPOB leader is true or just a speculation. You can reach us on 081-3701-5949 or 070-5432-7616. And let's have your take. And when you call, please be civil about your comment.
Yeah, sorry, I want to ask you to call the number once again.
Okay.
Because,
the numbers once again are 081-3701-5949 or 070-5432-7616.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Because some could just be watching and they've not picked their phone, or maybe their pen is not close to
I think a call is coming in while okay, this one just flashed.
What a smart guy. So now, like you rightly said, it is the duty of Kanu to come out to say no, it is a rumor. Also, it is the duty of his family in Nigeria to say no, our son or our in-law or our this has not died. He's still living. It's not dead. It's living. Or the association itself to come out with a...
We'll pick your call. We'll continue after. Hello? Hello?
Yes. Is it true that Nnamdi is dead?
No, we are saying it's a speculation, and the news is making wave, especially the condolence statement from the Igbos in Nigeria movement that issued a statement that he's dead and that he died of four means: traditional, spiritual responsibility to bury his father that he failed, and then with complications of COVID-19. So we are waiting for people to debunk this story and for the IPOB to come out and say, no, it isn't true that our leader is still alive. So what is your take on it? What is your name and where you are calling from?
Sorry. I'm calling from Enugu.
You're calling from Enugu. What is your name?
Sorry.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Your name is Sorry as in S-O-R-R-Y? Oh, we lost her. She said her name is Sorry from
No, I think perhaps we couldn't hear her very well.
She's saying glory.
She can't really say sorry.
She said she said she wants to inquire whether the leader of IPOB is truly dead.
There you see, you can see what I'm trying to say now. If somebody could call from Enugu, she's not even aware. She has not heard it.
Okay.
So definitely, I equally doubt it.
Okay.
I equally doubt it.
There is a speculation
It's
until
a
we hear in the media
Very
angle
well, very
when
well.
they accuse you of something, they allegedly you come to debunk with a press statement or either a national statement or issue a press conference, and that is how it is done. And until that is done, we will still be believing that Nnamdi Kanu is dead. Anyway, assuming that the leader of the IPOB is dead, the agitation will equally be dead.
You see, no, I don't think so, because the fact that he is the leader, I believe there are those that definitely will take after him.
Okay.
In this kind of struggle. It doesn't belong to one person. Doesn't belong to one person. There could be a lot waiting for him. Okay. Anything happens, they take over.
All right. And we will not discuss secession here now, but I know you have a legal ground on talking about secession and a peaceful way of
doing that.
Without breaking the laws and orders of our land. Anyway, on your last note on advice to Nigerians on the presidential statement, palliative, and the lifting of the lockdown, or what do you advise Nigerians to do? I think we have a caller who is calling. I think this number is from abroad. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, good afternoon. This is Television Nigerian.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Yeah, your name and
Nigeria.
Yes, TV Nigerian, spectacle program.
Yeah, TV Nigeria. Yeah, my name is Sinos Ebuka.
Sinos Ebuka from where?
From Libreville, Gabon.
Gabon, because I could see +2 here. All right, Sinos Ebuka from Gabon. What is your take on the alleged death, still not confirmed absolutely, of Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of IPOB?
My opinion is that the argument is not issue that you people should discuss, because I don't know that you people can do an investigation. If you people can do investigation in a room of trending about the death of Nnamdi Kanu, why can't you people investigate about your president that everybody knows that is an imposter?
Anyway,
why you people Nigerian journalists cannot investigate, they do normal job?
Be civil, Ebuka, be civil in your assertion and just give us straight yes or no, and why we haven't had any statement from your quarter.
Because I can confirm that you people can investigate rumor. Why can't your president that everybody is saying that this man is not Muhammad Buhari, that is dead, that is Jibril from Sudan?
Well,
you cannot investigate it. It's our leader that you people are investigating yourself in studio. Okay, that's it.
Well, we will cut you off because you are not. We have investigated that our president is the president, and he's alive and he survived the attack. He was taken to London and he came back alive. So, and the speculation from your leader that said president is an imposter we have confirmed, and the president have been on the media severally addressing the nation.
Even yesterday in the evening.
Let the IPOB leader also do the same so that the speculation could be quered, isn't it, Barrister?
That is just the position.
Okay, you are a lawyer. Have we done anything wrong?
No, nothing.
It's
nothing,
okay.
Nothing.
All right. I think probably if we can take one or two more calls, your last word, like I was saying.
Yes, I think I would just urge Nigerians to be patient.
Okay.
Because now, particularly these 3 states, Kano inclusive, we've been in this for almost a month. And for only 1 week, I will advise that we shall abide by the rules of the government.
Okay.
But one fundamental thing, which the government as well should try to do, I know the government cannot feed all Nigerians, over 200 million, they can feed us.
Okay.
But then, the vulnerables, everybody knows them, at the grassroots. Those whom, if they could not come out, they could not eat. These are the people who feel the government should try to reach. Because virtually everywhere when you call, they will say, no, they've not seen anything. These palliatives, the so-called palliatives, many people think it is just one of the rumor as well, because they've not seen it. So I will urge the government to be proactive on that, to please, whatever they are going to give, let them even, I think we are not as populous as India and China.
Exactly.
And we never had it from history that they equally go every room or individual person giving money. No, we did not hear that.
Okay.
But they tried to at least
push on the
govern
effect.
at least, yes, to curb the little. So the government should as well please listen to its citizenry.
Thank you for coming on the program, Spectacle A.A. Mohammed Esquire. I think when we have cause to call you again, you make yourself available.
I'll be willing, sir.
Thank you very much.
I'm grateful, sir.
And this is where Spectacle will stop today on Television Nigerian. You can drop your comments on our social media platforms. Be civil. We'll respond to you. Any question you have as regard our broadcast, we'll let you know. And as regard the rumor making rounds about the IPOB leader's death, please, we advise a press statement coming out from the leader himself or from the association or the IPOB as an association themselves. And as regards the presidential statement, yes, the presidential lockdown order will be lifted formally from the 5th of May 2020. And still keep your social distancing and then ensure personal hygiene and put on your face mask. And if possible, you can create one for yourself to, avoid spreading COVID-19 pandemic. I have been your host, Daniel Atai, and thanks for watching. Welcome to Spectacle on Television Nigeria. I am your host,